A neglected tree stands quietly at the edge of the world. Its branches are warped and twisted, its bark is flaking, and its leaves are sparse. In the eyes of many, this tree seems broken, or perhaps even lifeless. Yet, for those who are patient and wise, those who look beyond appearances, there is an undeniable potential within. The tree, much like the human soul, possesses the capacity for renewal, growth, and transformation, no matter how far it has fallen into neglect.
The ancient Stoics taught that our mind, like a garden or a grove, demands care and attention. Seneca wrote that misfortune reveals us. It does not make us. Just as the tree's stature is not defined merely by its present form, but by its inner power to seek the sun, so too are we more than our immediate circumstances. Life, in its unpredictability, will bend us. The winds of fate may twist our branches, and neglect, whether from others or from ourselves, might leave us battered and weary. But beneath the surface, in the roots and the core, possibility endures. Think of Aristotle, for whom everything had a telos, a purpose, a final cause. The seed's telos is to become a flourishing tree, to fulfill what it is meant to be. Yet the path is rarely straight. Hardship and adversity may stunt growth or disfigure our progress. But the very nature of the bonsai, so carefully pruned and trained by human hands, teaches us that beauty can emerge from constraint, and that order can be coaxed from chaos. Each scar and knot on the tree tells a story, not of failure, but of endurance, adaptation, and the slow, deliberate search for light. When a bonsai is entrusted to a patient cultivator, it is not condemned for what it is not, but nurtured for what it could become. Observation, discipline, and care are applied, not to erase the tree's past trials, but to weave them into a form that is uniquely its own. In this, there is a subtle lesson. Our weaknesses, our wounds, the periods in which we have been ignored or misunderstood, all of these can nourish the deepest roots of strength and character. The Stoics advise us to treat what happens to us as raw materials for virtue. If the tree has been battered by storms, let it develop stronger fibers. If shade has slowed its growth, let the roots reach deeper for nourishment. The European gardener, with an understanding born of both patience and tradition, knows that no amount of neglect can fully erase the life hidden within the tree. And so it is with us. We hold within ourselves a dormant vitality, a capacity for renewal that waits quietly, ready to awaken when we resolve to foster it. Consider the image of the neglected bonsai on a winter's morning, frost clinging to its branches, the flow of sap slowed but not stopped. Though it appears dormant, inside the roots, the processes of life endure, invisible to all but the attentive observer. In moments of darkness or difficulty, it is tempting to define ourselves by our condition in that instant. But Aristotle reminds us that potentiality is as real as actuality. What we might become is as important as what we are. When the spring returns and warmth softens the earth, the neglected tree may surprise us. With the right care, water, sunlight, a steady guiding hand, green shoots appear where before there was only desolation. These new growths do not erase the scars or erase the gnarled wood. Instead, they harmonize with what already exists, transforming it. The beauty of the bonsai rests not in artificial perfection, but in authenticity. The interplay of what has been survived and what has been added. In each of us, there is a neglected tree. We all suffer periods of loss, moments when we are overlooked, misunderstood, or even dismissed by those around us. We bear our own twisted boughs and faded leaves. Yet, the philosophy of the Stoics and the teachings of Aristotle prompt us to regard these trials as preparation. The disciplined gardener sees not only what is, but what could be. He envisions a form shaped by both fate and deliberate effort. The lesson of the neglected tree is profound. Potential, though dormant or obscured, is never extinguished. The journey from neglect to flourishing is not instantaneous, nor is it free from discomfort. There is pain in change, discipline in growth, and vulnerability in making oneself open to renewal. But every leaf that unfurls from a once barren branch is proof that persistence and care can transform even the most unpromising beginnings. It is not the hand we are dealt, but how we play it, the Stoics remind us. The European caretaker, standing before his bonsai, accepts the tree as it is. He cultivates, trims, and trains, not in anger at the tree's condition, but with serene acceptance of reality, paired with an unwavering commitment to improvement. The value of the tree, like that of the person, lies not in fleeting perfection, but in the ongoing dances between adversity and hope, between what we inherit and what we choose to become. Let us be the patient gardeners of our own character. Let us not despise what is twisted or wounded, nor despair at periods of neglect within ourselves or others. Instead, let us recognize that what appears broken may simply be awaiting the touch of care and the passage of seasons. Within every neglected tree, there lies a unique and inimitable expression of life's resilience. In the end, the neglected bonsai teaches us to look beyond first impressions, to see potential where others see only limitation. It invites us to borrow from the wisdom of the ancients, to bear adversity without complaint, accept limitations without resignation, and strive always toward our own flourishing. For it is in the slow, deliberate process of growth and refinement that both trees and people reach toward their deepest and highest purpose. Let us nurture rather than dismiss. Let us tend rather than abandon. In doing so, we discover not only the hidden strength in the bonsai, but in ourselves as well.